On this video, I want to share with you which crypto projects I am the most interested on, and not because of the price, but because of the tech and the innovation behind them. I really believe that all developers should at least know and be aware of what projects and what platforms are out there where we developers can build things on. Apart from, of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum, there are many things going on. There are many projects that are solving different problems, that have different goals. So maybe if we understand the differences between them, we are going to be able to choose a platform. Maybe if one day we have a blockchain idea, we will know where to go. 안녕하십니까? 니꼴라스입니다, and welcome to what is maybe the last video on this crypto series. Wow, it's been great. As I said, on this video we are going to look at my favorite crypto projects, but before we get started, let me give you two disclaimers. Number one, this is not investment advice. I am not telling you to buy these coins. Just because I like a coin does not mean that you should buy that coin, and just because I like this coin does not mean that the price is gonna go crazy. I do not do any technical price analysis. Maybe these coins are all gonna collapse. I do not know. I just like them because of the tech and because of the potential that I see as a developer. This video is not telling you to buy these coins. I want to be very, very clear on this. Number two, on this video, as I said, we're going to talk about coins for developers or projects for developers. This doesn't mean that this is the only set of coins that I like or the innovation that is going on. There's actually many coins out there, many projects that are doing amazing things, but because of time constraints, we don't have basically the time to talk about everything that I like and every project that I like. But if you stay until the end, I'm going to give you two more names that I really think you should look into, because what they are proposing is very, very interesting. It's not necessarily linked to development, but still pretty innovative stuff. So make sure you stick to the end. Now, the names we're going to talk about today are Cosmos, Polkadot, Cardano, Algorand, and Solana. So let's get started. From these names that you just heard, we have two big categories. One category are the coins and projects that want to replace Ethereum as a decentralized, shared, backend, smart contracts, all that stuff. They want to replace it and they're competing with Ethereum. On the other side, we have projects that want to help you create your own custom business-oriented blockchains, and those are the ones that I want to talk about. So on this team, we have two important projects. One is Cosmos and the other one is Polkadot. Let's get started with Cosmos, because once you understand Cosmos, you can understand Polkadot in 30 seconds. What Cosmos wants to do is they want to build an internet of blockchains. They want to build a protocol where blockchains communicate with each other and talk to each other, which is awesome, but is not the best part. What they are right now is they are basically the Ruby on Rails of blockchains. They are the Django of blockchains, the Express.js of blockchains. They are a framework to create your own blockchain with modules that they already created. So if you use the Cosmos SDK, which is created in the Go programming language, super sexy language, what you can do is you can literally use the modules they created to create your own blockchain with your own rules. So for example, you can have proof of work if you want to, or you can connect the proof of stake module. And if you want to support smart contracts in your blockchain, you can connect the smart contracts module. If you want to support rewards, you can support and add that module as well. It's super, super cool. It's very modular and it's like a framework to create blockchains. It's amazing. Also, of course, you can create your own modules on top with the Go programming language. As you can see, I think it's awesome. There are actually many big coins that I'm sure you've heard of that are created using the Cosmos SDK. One of them, and I think the most important one, is BNB. The Binance coin is created using the Cosmos SDK. So as you can see, this is an SDK that is battle tested. They actually have shipped a product and it's out there already. People are using that. There's a Korean coin called Terra that is also created using the Cosmos SDK. Now, if you want to secure your blockchain with the whole power of the Cosmos ecosystem and the whole network of Cosmos validators, then what you have to do is you have to connect your blockchain to something called a Cosmos Hub. In the Cosmos Hub is basically like a USB hub where you can connect your blockchain. Once you connect your blockchain to the Cosmos Hub, you first of all get the protection of the whole network of Cosmos, and also you can talk to other blockchains, which is super, super cool. To literally other separate blockchains, like for example Bitcoin or for example Ethereum. They are doing this using something called peg zones, which is an amazing concept. We don't have time to explain, but the point is, if you want your blockchain to be able to communicate with other blockchains, then Cosmos is the way. Now, let's talk about Polkadot. The creator of Polkadot is one of the co-founders of Ethereum. His name is Dr. Gavin Wood, and he created the Solidity programming language, which is the language that you have to write on if you want to deploy smart contracts on Ethereum. And he is the one that created the first working version of Ethereum. He programmed it all. And he left Ethereum to build Polkadot that should fulfill the promises that Ethereum did. Polkadot will be the same thing as Cosmos, where they help you build your own blockchain, but they do it on the Rust programming language. And actually, it's not even Polkadot, it's something called Substrate. With Substrate and Rust, you can build your own blockchain. Again, they also have modules you can choose. The difference between Cosmos and Polkadot is the fact that, first of all, Polkadot hasn't really launched anything big yet compared to Cosmos. And also, if you want to connect to the Polkadot hub that I described before, you have to pay. There are only 100 spots on the Polkadot USB hub. So if you want to be protected by the whole Polkadot network, you are going to have to pay for a spot. That might be a good business move, and that might help the network not have useless projects being connected to their hub, but it's something to consider. Now, both of these projects I'm really excited about because, first of all, Cosmos is already there. It already works, people using it, and super big coins are there. And Polkadot has a more business approach, I believe. Only the people that can actually pay for something will use Polkadot, and they have to raise money, they have to reward the people that give them money. So it's a different business model. But both of them, I hope the best. And if you're a Rust developer or you're a Go developer, you can get started right now, which is super, super cool. Let's move on to the currencies and projects that want to replace, literally, Ethereum. On this category, we have Algorand, Cardano, and Solana, and all of these claim to have solved the blockchain trilemma. The blockchain trilemma is what we talked about on previous videos, where some people believe that the blockchain cannot be decentralized, secure, and fast at the same time. All these coins disagree, and they believe that it is possible. Algorand is created by a very famous Italian cryptographer. His name is Silvio Micali, and he has received many awards in cryptography. One of his most important works is something called Zero Knowledge Proofs, which you need to read because it's amazing. So Google Zero Knowledge Proofs. It's just math and cryptography. It will blow your mind as a developer. Algorand has SDKs for .NET, Dart, and Rust, so you can get started in building things on Algorand, which is super cool. And their developer website is actually pretty nice. There are many tutorials how to build Algorand applications with Swift or Flutter. It's actually super nice. And also, they have already use cases now. For example, the Marshall Islands, a country, they want to have their own currency on a blockchain. They want to issue a virtual currency, and they chose Algorand to do so. That is huge. Also, the Italian Association of Authors and Publishers, or basically a very big copyright holding group, has minted 4 million NFTs on the Algorand blockchain. So as you can see, they have partnerships and they have use cases. That's super cool, and I hope they win. Let's go with Solana. Solana is a cryptocurrency project that is coming with very big claims. One of them is the fact that they can run at more than 50,000 transactions per second. If you remember, we talked about transactions per second before, and that is the level of Visa or MasterCard. It's pretty fast. This compared to Ethereum that runs at maximum 30 and Bitcoin that runs at maximum 5 transactions per second. They are running at 50,000, or that's what they say. Also, 1 million transactions in Solana has the cost in fees of $10. But one transaction in Ethereum right now costs more than $40. That says something very important. With Solana, you can build smart contracts in Rust and C++, which is something super cool. And they are already seeing some projects migrate from Ethereum to Solana because of the fact that Ethereum has very high transaction fees. Also, something very important is the fact that Solana was offline for a while, almost like 6 hours, I believe. And that is not good. They crashed the system, the network crashed, there was a bug, something happened, the network was down for 6 hours. Imagine if the Bitcoin network crashed and went down for 6 hours. That would be on the news. So maybe they are not in a release state yet, maybe they are more in the beta state because there are still things to do, but they have potential, and they do this because they're fast. They have potential because they're fast, they can compete with the Visa speeds, they have programming languages like Rust and C++, which is super cool. And they're also running something called proof of history that allows them to basically scale very well because they can timestamp the blocks and transactions so they can order them faster. It's a crazy concept. The fact is they're fast. Hopefully they release everything not in a beta state, but maybe they're a little bit more solid programming wise. And now let's talk about the last project on today's video, and that is Cardano. Cardano is very dear to my heart because I really like the way that they are basically building their product. Their founder is Charles Hoskinson. He was also one of the co-founders of Ethereum. He also left, so as you can see, that tells you a little bit about Ethereum. And he basically wants to build a better Ethereum. The way Cardano sees things, the way the Cardano vision is laid out, is that they really want to become the backbone of a decentralized financial system. And that is huge. They don't want to do blockchain for businesses. They don't want to be doing Internet of Blockchains. They want to be the backbone of a decentralized financial system for the world. That is big, and this is why they're going slowly but steady. What that means is that I wish I could tell you that they have smart contracts in Go and that you can get started, and no. The answer is no. They don't have that many things yet, and this is not because they're lazy or because they are just slow. The reason why is because they are careful. In the case of Cardano, before writing any code, what they do is that they write a research paper. Literally, scientists, mathematicians, cryptographers, they sit, they write a research paper, they peer review that paper with other scientists, and once that paper is approved and formally reviewed, then they will implement that code. That is super high quality assurance, but in the case of Charles Hoskinson, he believes it has to be this way because if you are building the backbone of a decentralized financial system, it needs to be good, it needs to be okay. So at the time of recording this video, I am actually studying to learn how to make Cardano smart contracts because they are using a programming language called Haskell. Haskell is very sexy, but is more close to mathematics than close to programming. So their smart contract language is already a little bit more pro than I would expect because it's not like Go or Rust. It's a little bit different, but they are there. They are doing it, they are slowly, but it's happening. So that's it for this video. Like I said, there are two more projects that I would like you to check out, and one of them is called Filecoin. And Filecoin is really cool because it allows us to have a decentralized file storage, so go and check it out. It's part of something called Interplanetary File System, so cool name. Please Google it and do your research. And the other one is Chainlink. Chainlink is something that might interest you because, as we know, smart contracts cannot look outside of their network. Smart contracts can only be inside of their network because that's the only network they trust. If you're a smart contract, you cannot get the temperature from a sensor because that sensor is trustful. You have to trust the sensor. We made a smart contract video before, so go and check it out. The point is, Chainlink allows people and developers to have oracles, which means real world data in the blockchain. If that sounds too complex, you don't get what it means, don't worry, don't look into it. If you think it's interesting, go and check it out in Google. So that's it. Thank you for following us along in this whole series. It's been great. I really had so much fun, but as I said, it's time to change topic. Now, before I finish the series, I want to make a last Q&A. So, if you are still following us until now, please, if you have a question, leave it on the comments and upvote the questions on the comments that you want me to answer to. On the next video, it's gonna be seriously our last one, and it's going to be just one whole big Q&A. And then we can change topic and move on to something else. Thank you so much for your support. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget to eat kimchi. 감사합니다. 사랑해요. See you on the next one. Q&A, and then we are gone. Bye-bye.